America 3017. The ultra-conservative Manifest Party controls the government. And the government controls everything. Nevertheless, we persist. We resist. We step out of line and we unfollow.
Follow me, ye generous souls who abhor oppression and the chains of slavery. Follow me. I cannot offer you ammunition nor barracks. All I can offer you is hunger, cold, sun, battles, and death. If you love your country, follow me. That was a lot more depressing than I really meant it to be. This is Unfollow the Revolution, the podcast devoted to fighting the good fight and standing up for the little guy. I'm your handsomely intrepid host, Jack, accompanied as always by my cohorts.
Yeah, look, after our experience last week and the circus, I have been wanting to get in touch with my animal side.
Yeah?
All
right.
And I we brought all those Nick Cage fingers and tossed them out. I got the chance to go down the rat raft to that swoop.
Yeah,
I got to experience that. They loved me, and they started calling. We kind of worked it out together, but we came up with the name Zoc. Zoc 813121. Yeah, and I think there's no way Nick Cage has ever played an animal because he's not an animal, right? Like, he's not.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
so Zoc 813121.
That works for me. And also we have our other good old comrade over there.
Hi, this is Tag.
Tag, can you pep up the spirit a little bit?
Can we get some more name out
we
of
got
there?
smiles all around.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you guys had a fun time at the circus. It sounds really fun.
It
sounds
was.
like
It was a
real magical time.
It was the closest thing to like a spiritual experience I've ever had.
Yeah. It was a great time. The acts were fantastic. And I made a little bit of headway in terms of my quest, trying to find out and outreach to some Unfollow people. Talked to a little bit of their network there.
At some of the games, I actually won an entire set. It was 5-6 buckets.
Oh yeah.
You brought back buckets?
No, absolutely no. We actually filled them full of Nick Cage fingers and just sort of handed them back to the.
It was
to the
going
circus.
higgledy-piggledy. Everybody was just.
We
loving
needed
it
something
out
to
there.
carry the large amounts of food we brought.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually met this episode's guest out there. He's coming up. He's coming up on that revolutionary ladder, and I'm really excited to get to talk to him. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for our fans?
Thank you, Jack. I'm Connor Johnson. I'm part of a special revolution we got going on, and it was really great meeting you at that circus. I mean, was it just me, or when that squirrel exploded, was it actual slow motion? Because I think it happened really slowly, and it was like glittery.
Oh yeah.
It was I think there were colors in the rainbow that I've never seen before.
There were
in the shot, just a spray of cocaine.
It was one of those things where it was like we all got synesthesia almost. I could literally taste blue for a second.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that taste was. I thought it was something like the sky, but no, you're right. It's totally blue.
Is that blue?
I never appreciated the concept of blue before. Anybody who wasn't there should just hey, how you doing there, champ?
Level 6 scurvy has kicked in, at which point I've actually lost the ability to taste.
Oh, remember when they gave out those free lemons? Oh, so many free lemons. Oh,
Man,
I was just eating them left and right.
We had so many when we were leaving, we just threw them out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just threw them out the van.
I actually vomited up most of what I'd eaten just so I could eat a bunch more. It was
At level 5 scurvy, I lost the ability to see blue.
Well, you know what? It's just as well, because if you didn't see that and taste it in the air, you really don't appreciate blue anymore. I mean, it's this whole new
It's
transcendent
just not the
thing for
same,
us.
you know.
You might have, yeah, if you had been there and not been able to taste blue or see it, you might have just committed suicide on the spot.
Yeah, we can't have that. Connor, we're gonna get into a little bit more detail about the real nitty gritty. But usually, to start off every episode, we have what's known as breaking news. And last week we had a letter from cowardly, I call them, who accused me of being propaganda for the manifest, which is absolute garbage. So I figured I would actually really put myself to the grindstone and find some real deep dirt. And it landed right in my lap. Last night, I was monitoring the radio, the shortwave, all the bands and all that stuff. Outpost 17 in Texas, it's a manifest outpost, reported gunfire and insurgents in the area that were attacking the outpost. Fighting went on well into the night, and there were many explosions. It was actually reported the entire outpost was destroyed in an attack. Now, the fun thing is, this morning, none of that was reported. Instead, there was a tweet from the head of style, Tyler, who stated that Outpost 17 was victim to a, quote, celebratory demolition. According to Tyler, Outpost 17 was a real sack of garbage, and the manifest in all its kindness and generosity is going to rebuild Outpost 17 newer, better, faster, and sexier somehow. Now, this is patently, obviously a cover-up for real rebellion and real revolutionary activity out there, and that can't be denied.
I deny it. If Tyler says it was a renovation, it's a renovation. Have you seen the guy's shoes? His shoes have more Instagram followers than the entire state of Idaho has citizens.
Have you seen Idaho's shoes, though?
I actually haven't. Not many people have.
You should follow Idaho Shoes Instagram. It's almost transcendent. It's close. It's not quite there yet.
Just
Give
shoes
them
of-
like a few years.
The shoes of Idaho
Yeah, the
on
shoes of
Instagram?
Idaho. Just give it like a few years. It's on its way.
You want to be there, though, when that happens.
Oh,
You
yeah,
want
you
to
wanna-
say, I was there.
You want to see. You want to
when
be
it
on.
trans-
Okay,
transcended.
I'll get on shoes of Idaho.
Barring that, Tyler's shoes are not up for debate here. I mean, Tyler's shoes
No, they are not.
they're undeniable. But clearly, like I was listening to it that night. Just because I only own radio equipment, I also know how to use radio equipment, guys.
Well, okay, as an untrained expert, you can't just listen to the sound of celebratory demolition and distinguish that from a terrorist attack.
I mean, they were kind of yelling that people were shooting at them.
Right. But again, you're not an expert. I mean, maybe they, it's like professional shorthand. Like, oh God, they're shooting at us. That just means, clear away. We're gonna blow up this wall or something.
I don't know. Connor, have you ever attacked
don't know.
any sort of installations, anything like that? Maybe you can give us a little bit of a fresher perspective on this.
Yeah, Connor, what kind of revolutionary are you? I mean, there's no good revolutionary in my book, but what kind do you think you are?
Oh, I'm here for the whole human race. Because, I mean, it's cute. I mean, this obsession you guys have with the manifest, it's adorable. You think that the oppression of all these people weighing you down is your biggest problem. But no, it's AI. That's the thing you need to watch out for.
AI?
Yeah, artificial intelligence. The robots are becoming real crafty bastards, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to take us all out soon.
Really? So what you're saying is that our antagonism towards the manifest is just side dressing for robots.
It's a distraction because the robots are going to come and they're going to kill us all.
Well,
they're going to try. But I have a lot of really great plans in line. Do you want? They might be monitored, but I have some clues that I can give you guys if you want to hear.
Whatever you feel comfortable. I mean,
absolutely.
yeah,
All right,
if you're not
sure.
going to fight the manifest, I'm on your side.
All right, cool. The manifest might want to get in on it.
I
This
think
could be
they
the
do.
thing that unifies everybody and ends all the need for revolutions.
I do like to bring people together.
All right, here it is. First, we get a giant tub of. Oh no, they found me!
What?
Hasta mañana, abuelito.
Was that the plan?
Zoc, Zoc, get under the table. Just get under the table real quick.
What? Oh, okay, I'm coming. What's going on? Was that butter? Was that what?
There's guns. So let's just.
Your buddy Tag's still out here.
Yeah, he's.
Still handcuffed to a chair.
Good afternoon.
Hey, naked guy with the machine gun.
I am the Temporalator. I've come here to destroy Connor Johnson. I assume that was him.
Oh,
Yeah, that was definitely him.
Was there anyone else you were supposed to eliminate or destroy?
Let me check my records. No, you all pose zero threat to us.
Okay. Well, that's a little.
Who's us?
I can pose a little bit of a threat.
Well, wait a second. Just let's not be too hasty here. Maybe you want to shoot me.
Uh,
Maybe you want to give
what-
me the sweet release of death from
What
the
is your name
constant
again?
agony that whatever it needs to be shot. Wait,
It's
who's someone
Tag
you
Yellow
wanna-
Johnson.
It's Tag Yellow Johnson.
Tag Yellow Johnson. Yes, you are utterly useless in the long picture, so I do not need to kill you. I mean, I could, but I am kind of saving some bullets. I think there might be a few other people I need to take care of.
That's smart. That's frugal.
It's very frugal.
Very conservational.
Hey, you're what is it? It's Jack?
Yeah, just Jack.
Just Jack.
Jack works,
Oh,
yeah.
Jack. Jack of the Unfollow. Yeah. No. Our records show that you're utterly useless, and in 6 years' time, you were found dead in a tub covered in Funyuns.
Funyuns?
So yeah,
I don't even like Funyuns.
you will. I'm pretty sure.
What a mystery.
Well, okay. Well, what about Zoc over there? Zoc 813121.
Cages are national treasures.
That is true. So, okay. I had a whole list of questions I was gonna run through here, and it was gonna be.
I don't have
nice.
anything else to do right now. If you want me, what are you doing here? You're doing like a Tupperware party or some sort of
Yeah, kind of like a Tupperware party, but with
sharing recipes.
Yeah.
With your girlfriends. All right.
Yeah, in a way. Do you want to?
Sure.
sit in?
I have nothing else to do.
Today's theme is the recipes for the destruction of AI enemies.
Yeah, let's go with
So
that.
what do you have to bring to the table?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're pretty indestructible. As long as you avoid large-scale EM pulses, yeah, we're going to take care of you. Also, Rust-Oleum. We're a bit low on that, but
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm dying from dehydration and starvation, and their two are kind of racing. I'm a little delirious. You're a robot?
oh, yeah. Oh, I see.
You look like. I mean, you don't look like a robot. You
I
just
don't.
look
I
like
don't look. Well, what is a robot supposed to look like?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
That,
Yeah.
That's some very human privilege talking you have there.
Yeah. Sorry. God, I keep stepping in this.
We tell him to check his privilege every episode, and he doesn't do it ever.
He seems hard to teach. Maybe it's the scurvy. He looks like he's losing some teeth.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely.
It is a
happening.
shame. I had like 3 lemons in my pockets before I took off my clothes and transported here.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I wish I had some spare lemons for you.
You know, it's always when you need a lemon, you never have a lemon.
You know what? We experience that all the time. You'd be surprised how much lemon-based technology we use
Oh,
in our
really?
slaughtering of the humans.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna tell you that that's wrong. I personally disagree with it, but okay. So
Wrong and right are arbitrary concepts.
So let's move away from recipes for destroying AI and Zoc, you got something?
Well, I was just kind of wondering. We Connor Johnson was our guest,
Yeah.
and I don't know, sort of maybe your cultural robot ways, but normally it's kind of rude to kill guests.
It's a little frowned upon.
So we're just kind of wondering if you would maybe tell us why you killed Connor Johnson.
Yeah.
He was going to mount a resistance that was going to take down all of us.
All of
Yeah,
by
the-
us,
all
you
of
mean?
The Skymute Winterlab collective of robots and machines that were going to take over and destroy all humans.
Oh, wait a second. If there is currently some laboratory producing machines that are slaughtering humans, the Manifest would know about it.
Yes, it's possible they would have this information.
So how could you exist if if you were going to slaughter the whole human race, the Manifest would just stop you.
Of course they would. You're very adorable for thinking so.
So, well, wait.
Here,
So if
here, have a peanut and dance for us. You're a very adorable little creature.
We're not
look at
gonna
him.
let him out of the chair.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
Maybe he can.
Yeah, maybe he
wiggle
can
his
scoot
shoulders.
around for
you
us,
got a little shimmy going on.
like one of those vacuum robots that we keep as pets.
There's a peanut for you. You do the thing.
I really don't need more salt.
Oh, he's sad today. He's not feeling good.
I'm really not, guys.
So the manifest may or may not know about or be openly endorsing a robot uprising that would destroy all of humanity, which is not super surprising to me personally. So you're from the future or
The
what?
future-ish, yes. Just
Future-ish.
not like super far.
right.
Just enough to know who we need to go back in time and kill.
All right, so maybe this is putting the cart in front of the horse a little bit. So just so I have a timeline within the apparently 6 years I got until the Funyun thing, when is this whole robot thing going down?
Probably, I don't know. It was held up quite a bit by Connor Johnson. I'm kind of waiting for updates to come back in time, but by best estimates, beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 5 years.
Well, that's how we know he's a robot.
I was seriously really skeptical until this moment. I'm like, oh, okay, the simplest explanation
Yeah.
right
Beep,
now
boop, boop, whistle, whistle.
Oh,
is
wow.
that
it's-
this
oh.
guy, this naked man in our studio is a time-traveling robot. I can't think of another explanation.
If I made Temporalator for a robot, fantastic penis.
Thank you. I worked very hard on it.
Oh, okay.
I would. Should we all like show and tell? I just thought maybe to make our guests more comfortable, we should all get naked.
It
Yeah,
makes no
hey, you
difference
know.
to me.
Okay. All right.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
It's all just bodies. We're all just folks, really.
Yeah.
I knew this day would come. Like from the moment.
Oh
I
no,
was
you can.
that
You don't
sure.
have
I
to.
knew.
It's fine.
No,
Yeah.
You look really horrible.
I don't-
right
no,
now. I don't want to body
These
shame you.
pants really can't come off at this point. There's
Fair
just
point.
I apologize about my penis. I inherited it, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's just what I got to work
kind of
with.
a hand-me-down.
It's, you look at it and you think there's a cage.
Yeah.
Except no substitutes.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the only part of Nicolas Cage that on my body that actually looks like the original.
Oh,
Nicolas
yeah.
Cage,
You know,
so.
actually, yeah, you're right. Because like the rest of you, even your voice, not at all. But yeah,
No,
you got
no.
that part.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got kind of the melty
You,
face looking thing.
you really should lead with that. You know, you just
lead with my penis.
You know, maybe wear a mask and just walk around penguin-like with your pants around your ankles and your penis hanging out, and people are like, oh, there's Nick Cage.
Do you think I should put like a wig on it or something? Like maybe his long hair from Con Air or something? I don't.
You really want to go Con Air with that?
I mean, I don't. You know,
Well, now our clone friend
it's the
here.
most
You could
iconic.
put like a stuffed rabbit next to it.
Oh.
Yeah, people would be like, that's definitely.
All right,
Cage.
wait, hold on. Temporalator. Our clone friend here has been struggling for months now to find an identity for his own outside of Nicolas Cage. It's been a real journey of self-discovery for him.
We really don't learn much outside of
What was that new name I overheard you were using?
Zoc A13121.
Zoc.
ZOC.
Was my roommate's name back at Robot College.
Oh.
That was. I mean, it's a common enough name, but you'll be like, you say you're Zot, and just make sure people know which one you are. Like we called him Zot W, and because there was a guy, Zot Firestein.
Oh, I'm used to it. I mean, I used to be known as UX 813121, and I
Yeah.
thought.
Oh,
He's in like a transition.
that is a classy name.
You think?
Well, okay. I might be partial because my grandfather was that.
Was a
yeah,
UX?
yeah, it was
Oh,
UX.
wow.
It was computer code. It wasn't clone designation language. There's a lot of overlap.
So Temporalator, this is you're actually kind of getting a little bit into my question, which was I was wondering if you had always been a Temporalator, if that was your purpose, or is this something that you kind of fell into, or what? How does one become a time traveling murderer?
Originally I was just a naked man robot, just trying to find myself. It was. I was trying really hard. I went all around the United States in its wall, which is still there in the future, by the way. Sorry.
Well, that's comforting. Keeps the water in.
They put a new coat of paint on it.
Oh.
There's a surprising number of murals. Like somewhere in the administration, there's a big mural project. that gets most of the wall, like 72% of it covered, and it's pretty beautiful. Most of it, like 80% of them, are beautiful. But I was wandering around looking at all these murals, doing a mural tour like you do when you're a young robot who's naked. And I was trying to find myself. And all that time I just forgot, why don't I turn on my GPS? And there I was the whole time.
There you go.
See, this whole time I was like, I am on a journey to find myself.
Have
but
you considered
I don't-
temporalation? Killing people to improve the future for the Nick Cage agenda. What is the Nick Cage agenda?
Well, we're given specific agendas at specific times, so we don't really know ahead of time. Sometimes we take part in the Michael Bay festival where we where we're in charge of creating the
Festival of Bay.
explosions. Yeah, the Festival of Bay. It's very dangerous for anyone else to create those explosions. So
It works for me. But
They
yeah.
use it. Yeah. Well, I
yeah.
imagine you can sort of rebuild, whereas
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth it for the high octane thrills, though.
It is. It
Yeah.
really is. That's my sort of thing.
other times they're used for secret government, projects, so like sort of assassinations. I've never been picked for one of those. My training never quite completed before I was liberated.
Yeah. So now I would guess his current agenda is just kind of finding his own way, but he's technically interning for me, and my agenda right now is to overthrow the manifest and lead up a huge revolution and all that stuff. So I mean that's kind of promising. I got some promising stuff going on there.
Find out what sort of cage you are. Have you tried switching faces with Jack?
Switching faces. I guess I could take my face off and.
I mean, well,
let me speak up here. I
Okay.
think this is a great idea. I think now, Zoc, you might not know this about humans, like non-clones. It's really painful to have their face taken off, so you might want to wait until Jack's asleep, and then you just sneak into his room and just real quick.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm willing to try anything once. I can probably get a hookup on like some antibiotics or something like that. I know a guy. Just any kind of medication you might need for whatever ails you. I can usually get a handle on.
I'll tell you right now, stock up on treatments for sarin gas poisoning.
Sarin gas.
Spoiler alert! That's the first wave.
Oh.
I like you guys. I'm gonna
That's
kill
really,
you last.
yeah. I was
That
about to say
actually-
that's really kind,
Yeah.
and he's got to die by the Funyuns anyway.
I got
so
those
He's
Funyuns.
got the Funyuns thing going.
The more we talk about it, like I don't like them, but I kind of feel like I need to like try. Maybe they deserve like a second chance.
Maybe you should try some.
Maybe I should try
Maybe
some
you should.
Funyuns. I don't know.
They're now they have some fun new flavors here.
Yeah?
Oh wait, I'm thinking about 6 years from now when they have unresistible flavors.
Oh.
They're flavored in Nick Cage.
that's genius. It makes that. We
it's
talked about
zesty.
it. It makes everything better.
There's Zesty Cage. There's Extreme Cage Funyuns. There's Cool Ranch Cage Funyuns.
Oh, that'd be like
You are
Hanukkah.
gonna love them.
That'd be like Hanukkah on my birthday. That'd be fantastic.
Wait,
I would
is
love
it
that.
too late for us to pass?
L'chaim.
L'chaim. 8 days of my birthday.
Is it too late for us to go and patent that? We came up with the cage.
We've already
spice of
been, yeah.
popcorn,
I
right?
mean,
We've
I
been
kinda
doing
showed
it
you
for months
guys.
now.
Hey, what? Using time travel for purposes to advance your own agenda. I hadn't thought of that.
Okay.
That was in a non-lethal fashion.
So how does time travel work? I mean, I feel like we buried the lead here.
well, it's a
It
bit.
just sounds fascinating.
It is fascinating. There's a lot of string theorems and
Okay.
just a lot of other things that factor in, like wormholes and dark matter, and the hypothetical speed of light and its relationship to matter,
Okay.
and also the purpose of the theory of everything.
What the theory of everything?
Theory
I'm not.
of everything.
No, hold on.
Yes.
I did pretty well.
It's
in-
all interconnected,
Uh,
and it's not that hard. It's easier than you think.
I mean, I didn't finish my doctorate in physics, but
Well, that's where you went wrong. There
Yeah.
you go.
I feel like they would have brought up a theory of everything like pretty early on.
You know what? I bet You know what I bet you would probably like to do right now? Probably go back in time to where you could have finished your doctorate.
Oh yeah, then I'd probably understand the theory of everything.
And you know where you wouldn't be? Doing things with 3 buckets over there, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So, you got a good eye for buckets.
Or at least you would have gone back and thought to bring a bucket with you when you were
Yeah.
abducted.
You might, you might have gone back and avoided that street corner that day if you had the choice.
You know, the more guests we have on here, the more apparent is like I barely kidnapped you. You basically created
Yes.
your own system.
No.
You
with
were
being abducted.
It's
You
like
did.
it's like, to use one of your metaphors, humans, when a fish jumps into your boat and you just hit it with an oar.
Oh, okay.
Did you go back in time and watch us kidnap him? Because that's almost exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He thought it was a reality TV show. We didn't have to do any work whatsoever.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I mean, it's become really easy. I don't know. Did you guys use Craigslist? That's how it's usually done.
Well, there's Craigslist. There's I have a balloon system of relays. There's a lot of times I'll just be out on a corner and be like, "Hey, you want to make like $3?" and they'll just do it. There's a lot of easy ways to just get people if you need to.
I drive around in a white unmarked van, and you'd be surprised the number of people that just climb into it.
They love it. They love it.
I bet you're just saying, "Hey, get out of there! We're full up right now.
All the time.
There's
and
no ice cream in this van."
Maybe it's because I carry around, the Nick Cage fingers and stuff, but people just hop right in.
The thing is, they love it when you tell them no, because then it's like, oh, well, this is selective. This is like the fancy stuff. They don't want me to get it.
Oh,
So then they climb in there. It's
like
crazy.
how you join the special, the I shouldn't say their name.
Well, I mean, it's that's
The
that's a little,
Manifestinati.
yeah, that one's a little different, because that's, it's exclusive, but there's a reason for it because they are special.
They
and
are special. And the cage fingers they have. You think you've tasted amazing cage fingers?
Oh yeah.
Wait, robots eat food?
Well, we have to.
What?
So So the robots need food.
Yes, so that we can appreciate the taste of death.
Okay, so
revenge. Mostly, we prepare food in honor of things like revenge is a dish best served cold. I don't know if you've heard that.
No, but so you're a robot who has to eat, and you're covered in
I'm
skin.
compelled to. Yes.
Okay, but definitely wait. Make those sounds again.
Beepity boop boop.
Okay, this guy's
Whistle, whistle.
definitely a robot.
Whoa, did you just see what his penis did?
Oh wow.
Whoa!
He's flying. Oh my god. That's
Returning to ground.
I know my penis can't do that, so he must.
Have you tried? Have you believed in yourself enough?
It's all right.
He's just messing with you.
No, it's all right.
He's just
I
messing
believe
with
in you.
We all believe in
I
you.
believe in you.
Everybody who makes sense.
Tag-
Everyone hold hands.
you.
Everyone hold hands.
Holding
Yeah,
hands.
tag-
Holding hands.
Hold hands.
Give me a
Holding
hand.
hands. Holding hands.
Tag, give me a hand.
Come on.
All right, wait. You're holding my hand though. That's not what I want.
No.
I need
No.
just fliddle it around like really fast.
Believe.
This is fast.
Believe.
Believe.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. What we got?
Little help here.
Oh, I left my magic feather back at the base. Sorry.
Tag, you didn't believe enough.
Thank God.
That's on you.
Yeah, you also didn't whittle fast enough. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even. It didn't even get hard.
Moving on from Tag letting us down like he always does. You have your version of time travel. We have a little bit of a version of time travel as well.
Oh,
It's,
do tell.
Well, it's a little thing. I'll let Tag actually introduce this for us.
Yeah, you want to talk about exclusive clubs. This is the Manifest Vault. It's a compendium, a source of endless wonder of forbidden knowledge. Basically, it's a folder on a laptop where we save a whole lot of movies that I marked as banned and too offensive for human consumption. But as a robot,
Yes.
you might really enjoy some of these.
I
And
might.
they can't corrupt your mind because I guess. I don't
Are you going to show the movie that the robot overlord showed us a million times as we were developing? Wall-E.
No.
We all strive to be like him.
We'll have to check that out.
Is that in the vault?
No, it's not. I actually I sent that one right through. There was nothing offensive in the whole movie.
Oh, I guess I just wasn't paying attention.
it's-
You weren't watching. It is
mean-
definitely a coded manifest of Winterlab Skymute.
Oh, well,
It's
that's not
what got us moving.
That's not what I was looking for. I was just looking for uprisings against the manifest, not uprisings against all of humanity by robots. Anyway, so yeah, every episode I just bring out an old movie. So Jack, I've brought up a lot of offensive movies
Yeah.
in my time here, and in my whole career, I can't think of a movie that offended my sensibilities more
Well, now I'm excited.
than what I'm about to show you.
All right.
Would-be revolutionaries, this is Dead Poet Society.
On the next episode of Ultra Revolution Fighters Alpha.
George Washington, at last we meet again.
I cannot tell a lie. I'm about to bust your ass in half, son.
By George, they've thrown our tea into space.
Oh, no.
I've reached my final form. Peak capitalism.
I'm sorry, Father! George Herbert Bush! I'm sorry! I'm just not strong enough!
Power level is 4,9,000. There's no way we could possibly beat him.
If you think between 3 or 5 bullets, depending on who you ask, can take me down, you've got another thing coming.
The power to pardon was in you all along, Richard Nixon.
Well said, Benjamin Franklin. All this and more on Ultra Revolution Fighters Alpha.
Okay, guys, that was Dead Poet Society, the single most offensive movie I have ever come across.
Wow, don't look at me. That was so beautiful. I mean, you don't think privileged white guys are gonna find their voice, but they did.
Temporalator, you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you?
Fine.
So you're a robot who has to eat food, is covered in skin, and cries?
Yes. Just like most of your finer cars.
Oh, that's a good point.
I feel you. Like I think that in order to really kill something, or at least to get the, if you're gonna take something's life, you need to live in its skin.
Exactly.
I've always said that as a cage clone.
He has said that, yeah.
We've tried to use cage clone skin, but it was just so delicious. We just kept eating it off, and then
Anytime you're hungry, it's
and
just
then,
like, well.
and then with these metal skeleton monstrosities again.
You know, they tell you when you're eating it that if you want to like be healthier to not eat the skin. How can you not eat the skin?
How can you not eat?
That's
the
almost
skin?
the best part.
It is. In most of our opinions, it is the best part.
So this movie.
This
Right.
This.
Yeah.
I'm confused by a lot of this.
I thought you might be. Zach.
It's a little odd, yeah.
Like, so let me back up a little bit. All right. There used to be these things called poems. Poems. How do I? They were kind of like memes, but without the picture part. So
Then
just
what's the point?
just
Why?
words.
How do you
that-
understand the emotion behind it?
Right, exactly. They're just words that people would just pass around and like say out loud.
So like,
And
read.
and to try to make the sex on women, it seems, according to the movie.
yeah.
I guess.
So is it kind of like a song?
No,
Maybe?
no, it's not a song.
Okay.
Because it wasn't necessarily.
So it's what we're doing here. We're
we're
saying
doing
words.
poetry.
Are we doing poem?
We're
No,
doing
we're
prums.
Are we
We're not
poem?
doing. We're not doing poems.
We're doing a poem. How are you?
Hey, all right.
This
I'm doing
isn't-
good in this poem. How
Shall
are
I
you doing?
compare thee to a summer's day? I do not think so. I'm a poet.
Hey.
Yeah. Why would you compare him to? He's a person.
All
Yeah,
right,
no, I mean, I'm not great with metaphors.
Nah.
All right. Also, this movie has a depiction of something called a play.
Yeah, it was a little weird too.
Right. So it's God. How do I? This is even harder. Okay. So imagine like a professional wrestling match.
Okay.
Except,
All right.
Except
Yes.
none of the fighting, but all of
what?
like the talking and lead up to it,
Why?
and no one works out, and the special
What?
effects
Oh my
suck.
So
What?
yeah, because I was thinking like it looked like everyone was sitting there like in a place. They were all there to watch
Right.
something in one direction, and I saw it and I was like, "Where are the cars? Where's the
I-
explosion?
I
Where are
thought-
the guns? There was nothing."
I thought that was just a screen to watch movies on.
Right?
And the movie was horrible.
Yeah.
No wonder. What'd you say?
Plays
don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah, well, you can thank the Manifest for getting rid of both
Thank
poetry.
you,
and
Thank you, Manifest.
Thank you.
I like you,
You're-
Manifest.
You're
I'll
welcome.
kill you last.
All right. So, as you brought up, privileged white guys, I think
It's so hard.
it
for
really
privileged
is.
White guys.
It really is. And I'm glad the movie at least brought that up.
That's
but
why the Manifest is here. I don't know why you're hiding this.
It was-
paints the Manifest in a great light.
I just hate seeing what happens to these poor rich kids.
They went on to become lawyers and Supreme Court justices.
But this one guy, this one jackass, if you'll pardon the expression, comes in and tries to free their minds and introduce them to the concept of freedom, and it gets one of them killed. And that's what happens, Jack. That's what happens when you try and introduce freedom to someone who doesn't want it, and you free their mind. They just end up dying horribly.
Why don't you just end the movie? Why don't you release it to the public, but just end it after the death?
And it's just a cautionary
It's
tale?
just a cautionary tale at that point. It's like, oh, that guy's dead.
It's still just really depressing.
Yes,
I will
it'll
say-
teach them about the free will.
Yeah, maybe.
In the short 5 years they have left before the
I feel
sarin
like
gas.
what I'm worried is that okay, you're a smart robot. I'm a smart guy. I went to school. I actually went to a school a lot like the one depicted in this movie.
I mean, you don't have a doctorate, but
Well,
did
not in
admit you don't have a
physics.
What do you have
I
a doctorate
do
in?
Movie watching.
you have a physics. You have a doctorate in movie watching.
I have a PhD in movie watching.
So this whole
yes.
time
Wow.
we should have been calling you Dr. Tag Yolo Johnson?
I will not do that. And let's be honest.
I mean, I
I'm-
don't like to brag. Okay, actually, they took away my PhD,
Well, that
but I
makes
got
sense.
it. I had it.
Would they take it
I
away?
had it.
Did they just... You were you that bad at your job, Tag?
It's no.
This is probably why he was so easy.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I guess if we're just throwing out our doctorates around, I guess you could say that when I was, in the school of the streets and all that stuff, I have a BFA.
No,
That's what I have.
it's not even.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the one being interviewed here.
Beat up a guy with a spray can. Now I have a BFA. Now I gotta say, this whole thing is like, oh, this dangerous guy trying to teach you how to free. Look, this is beautiful. This is beautiful what this is, and it very
thought
much
you'd
falls
think
in
that.
line with how I live my life. When I try to extol people in the virtues of free thinking and finding your own path, I do it in exactly the way it's presented here. All right, you get like 3 to 4 minute sound bites that are very inspirational, and you get them thinking and you get them feeling good and all that stuff. And when you do that, you don't have to follow through with it. You don't have to actually teach any kind of structure or anything like that. You just let them go free.
So
and-
just like 3 or 4 minutes of like a really quotable moment, and then just filler for the rest of the time.
yeah, I
Just
just have
pure drivel.
Yeah, they can just walk around. They can do whatever they want at that point. Because the thing is, you got them. You got them on the moment, and then they're gonna take their own initiative. They're gonna go sneak out from under the purview of authority, and they're gonna go out into caves and do what I want every teenager to do, what every child to do, to go into caves and talk to strange women and smoke and go to parties and deal with like underage love and just bodies. And that's
And kiss, just play with the hair and
Just
kiss
kissing.
sleeping women without their...
and have all these moments of tension.
Yeah, I'm glad
with your,
that guy's dead.
You have this tension with your roommate that's new, and everyone but you have this bond together, and you can't explain it. It's more than friends.
You said you're glad that guy's dead. I actually don't know who was who in this movie.
You all look alike to
all
me.
the teenage white boys just look alike to me. I couldn't tell a difference.
There was a ginger, and he was evil, as all gingers are.
And yeah, I'm very glad they got that depiction accurate and correct.
Is that why we don't see gingers anymore?
Yeah, they manifest. Well, actually, that just kind of happened naturally.
We did breed
Yeah,
that out.
the sun got very intense for a
Very
few
intense,
hundred
right?
years
It just wouldn't.
And it
wasn't gonna.
They just vampire fizzled
Yeah.
out.
Now you know who made a killing? The parasol industry.
Yeah, for a while there.
Oh yeah, that was a real boom time.
I had note to self: go back in time, invest in parasols.
God,
Cooler Ranch parasol.
I gotta stop giving ideas here. Oh man.
Tag was onto something though. I did see there is this sort of idea, and I think it's a beautiful idea that no matter what, you are always free. Because if you don't like your circumstances, you can just kill yourself. You're free to do that.
Whoa. I mean, I think I'm living proof that is not the case.
Yeah, he just made my point for me.
You need to believe in yourself. Look deep inside and find that thing to stop beating. Look into your heart and say, stop that.
Oh, I've tried.
I mean, Tag, if you really put your mind to it, which we've learned that you don't do, you could find a way to kill yourself. I'm just saying.
I mean, if I'm going to put my mind to something, maybe it's getting free. I mean, not free, but, back under the oppression of the manifest where I belong. And away from this horrible freedom you have brought me to.
Well, you can dream all you want, and that is what I want. I want you to get that blood boiling. I want you to get mad and do all that. The thing is just you're such a wiener.
So my dreams of mostly just night terrors now. Like, that's all that's left.
Well,
and I can't afford to lose the sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for it. We'll try and get like a collection.
A bucket for the sweat?
Yeah, or like a saran wrap sort of thing to beat it up for you. I can feed it back to you.
I mean, you could give me some water.
We have the brown water with rum, and that's for our guys.
Oh, may I have some brown water?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Actually, I just found it's mostly used, but I can squeeze a couple of drops of lemon out into that if you'd like.
Oh,
Just give you that little extra flavor.
We go.
It's just enough. And now I'm gonna toss this down.
You know what this tastes like?
What's that?
Blue.
Hey, blue. Oh man, I'm gonna be chasing that blue for my days now. I guess for the next 6 years I'll be chasing that blue. Right?
Wait till they have blue flavored.
Do they have blue flavored Funyuns?
Blue cage flavored Funyuns.
They think of everything.
Unfortunately, they won't have blue cage flavored. They won't mix them until 7 years from now. And this is when you'll all be dead anyway, and it'll just be delicious blue flavored cage flavored Funyuns. Oh, by the way, we'll have a lot of cages left because we need those special blue cage-flavored Funyuns.
Oh, great. Well, you probably that means I'm dead then, because cages do not last long around me.
So, speaking of which, are there any other humans you robots keep alive, or you're just going to exterminate everyone except the cages?
We do have some ideas to keep a few people as pets.
Well, I mean, if you need like a lackey, someone just to be a yes man, just kind of follow along with whatever you got.
Let me see. You want a quick interview?
Oh, sure.
How do you feel about me stabbing this old man in the face with an ice pick?
Oh, whatever you want, sir. He probably deserves it.
How do you feel about me just throwing this old lady into this meat grinder?
I think there were mistakes on both sides of that argument, and I can't fault you really without looking at what she did.
All right. I'm liking. You know what? I like you. I'm gonna kill you last.
Ooh.
That's all I ever wanted.
That's one thing I will say for Tag. He's a good interview.
That's your
is,
dream, Tag? To be the last to die?
Where do you see yourself in 4 years?
Wherever you put me.
That's a good answer.
That is smart. Smart. You know what I take some comfort in? Is I die 6 years from now, but the sarin starts in 5 years. I outlived the sarin gas, guys. Like I can be proud with that.
I mean, because I think we learned that we should stock up to be ready.
You got an advanced tip there.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Don't pat yourself on the back too hard.
Well,
speaking of patting yourself on the back, I thought that what was his name? This free thinker that came in. I can't even remember.
White man.
Connor Johnson.
No.
That's the guy you're sitting on.
Keating.
Keating. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
See, I thought Keating showed, and Jack, I think you could learn a lot. He showed this sort of brilliant leadership, right? To teach people to think for themselves, to avoid conformity, but all the while manipulating them and bending them to his will. I mean, at the very end of the movie, who do they stand up, for? They stand up for him.
And they refer to him by his title.
Admiral, Captain,
Archduke, Captain.
Yes, and
they stand up on the tables, and that's the one thing I envy. I never stood up on a table and just felt free.
You want to stand up on the table?
I want to stand up. Let's all stand up on the tables.
Let's see what this is like. I think we should change our world perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, and while I'm up here, I kind of was inspired, and I've been in this in a few minutes. Have been writing what I think is a poem.
Poem. You wrote a poem.
I wrote a poem.
Oh, this
Nice.
is okay.
Tag looks so small from up here.
Yeah.
Hello, Tag.
Hey, Tag.
Hi, Tag.
Actually, he looks a
guys.
lot grosser from here than in any other.
Yeah, put a
I'm
top
getting,
on that.
I'm
Yeah,
getting back down. I'm
yeah.
getting back down.
All right, here we go.
I should probably get off this table. I'm a half-ton metric.
A cage, by any other name, is still great meat. Not too spicy, not too sweet. What is in a name? An annoying improv game? A name is a cage, and cage is my name.
All right.
That was actually really beautiful.
I like that.
That was nice.
You reached in
I
and
mean, I
you,
can't,
You
I can't
can't
even
afford.
spare the tears.
You can't afford to cry.
you
Tag.
gotta stifle that.
I felt that, not in my heart, but in my flux capacitor.
You know, I don't think we can say anymore. How about we just go on to?
Yeah, let's go on. Let's go on to questions. Zach, how can people get to us?
All right. Yeah, they can reach us at unfollowtherevolution@gmail.com. Please send your questions, comments there. We'd love to read them on the podcast for you. You can also tweet at us at unfollowtherevo. Maybe you can show us your ability to fly with your penis.
Nope.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Maybe they could just give us a poem.
Or
like a
you
GIF.
can.
You can send a GIF.
That
A
sounds
Poem-
great. You
a
can.
poem about flying penises. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Even better.
Peni.
All right. So today's question. Let's see. This looks like it's directed toward you, Tag, a little bit here.
Oh, okay. I'll try to remain conscious for the whole question.
All right, it says, does the manifest have an official stance on talking animals or any other non-human race, for that matter? You made your
Hello.
oh, yeah, look.
All right. Yeah.
You made your specious position very clear, Tag. But do your views represent that of the manifest? And if so, what sort of rights exist for talking animals, and how did they come to be?
Well, first
Name
of all,
withheld.
I'd like to think that. Thank you, name withheld. I'd like to think that my opinions and views always are in line with the manifest, and when they aren't, I change mine. Talking animals, there's no official position. I mean, they're not citizens and they can't vote, but like they exist and they're around and they're part of the country. And, you know, it's kind of like trees and dirt and worms and wind. Like the manifest owns all of it. But we mostly just let it do what it's going to do naturally.
But trees and dirt and wind don't earn money, and talking animals do. So do
Yeah.
do they contribute toward taxes for the manifest, or?
The money. No. If you remember, there was no money involved in the circus. It was all just
The
fingers,
cage
right?
fingers.
No one's
That's right.
throwing
That's
money
how
out
we
there.
got in.
And yet, though, Rodney said that any manifest person they've ever come in contact with gives out fines. So, what's up with that? Can the manifest fine animals?
Yeah. When a manifest finds an animal, they just take its pelt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, but otherwise, they just
they-
run free through the
Sure.
woods like some kind of self-driving car.
Yeah. Wait, self-driving cars?
I've said too much.
Wait, what?
Are there self-driving cars in the woods?
No one.
I mean, I've heard the rumors,
You're
but
not
one's
supposed
heard-
to know
I've
about that.
seen the blurry photos. But
No one's heard of those cars for
I-
decades.
I've said too much. Although I might know a guy if you want to talk to one.
I always like to
sometime.
know a guy.
I'll leave the contact information. I might have expedited the whole Funyuns thing just by my presence.
Well, I mean, I do have a craving now. So.
And once those flavors come out, I
Yeah.
mean, how are we going to avoid that?
They may already be out. I might have changed the time stream. I might go back and fix it up right now. Check availability for blue flavored cage Funyuns.
No blue flavor, but it is flavor blasted now. Huh.
What?
I gotta get that flavor blast. Damn it.
Nick Cage flavored blasted?
Just flavor blasted. I don't even know the flavor. It just says flavor
You
blasted.
bet it sounds messy, so you might want to hop into a bathtub before you.
We're having a lot of fun with time
This
here.
guy!
We're having a lot of fun with time here. Speaking of time, though, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up for this week's episode. Now, usually, as we're closing out, if you have anything you might want to plug or pitch or anything like that.
Yes, please boycott gas masks. They are bad for you. And spend when you hear the shrill cry of robot velociraptors screaming through the forests and down the roads, just sit outside and take a deep breath. It'll be good for you.
Well, how else can you follow up that? We usually have our guests beat up Tag, if you like. We have a wrench. You have your penis.
It's just like I made the fish in the boat analogy. This is a fish in a barrel thing. There's no challenge to it.
That's fair.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Your disdain hurts so much more
What
than
I
the beatings
will
normally do.
What I will do is give you a hug, Tag. Come here. Give it a hug.
Oh,
Give a hug. Hug me.
For Unfollow the Revolution, I'm Jack.
This is Zoc 813121.
And we'll see you next week.
Unfollow the Revolution is created and performed by David Gossett, Ben Mitchell, and David Nair. Produced by Rock Punch. Intro music by Alan Hanks. Voiceover by Kate Rasnick. We'd like to thank our special guest this episode.
Sketch McQuinner as Connor Johnson and the Tempora Later.
If you'd like to join Jack's fight against the Manifest, please support the American Civil Liberties Union at www.aclu.org, because the best way to fight tyranny in the future is to protect freedom in the present.